Each and every team member should always be transparent to each other. They should not hide things from, especially with the team members. They should be transparent enough. Ability to question each other. They say that, sometimes you should have the ability to disagree. Always, okay, my partner said, okay, fine, why should I, invest my brain in this? Okay, whatever you say is right. No, that will not happen. Sometimes it is always important to disagree with your partner. And every team member, especially every team member, should have the capability to think by himself or herself. Then only you can build an organization. Resilience. This is the important characteristic that I felt out of all these characteristics. Okay, resilience. Come what may, let's do it. Come what may, let's do it. We don't know when, pandemic has come suddenly to us. No one has expected. Pandemic has come to the world. We don't know next pandemic when will it hit our world. Who knew 9/11? About 9/11. So there are certain things like this. But the only thing an entrepreneur or the person should know is resilience. Being resilient. Resilience is the only one thing which makes you above or which keeps you above compared to the others. Sense of humor. Sense of humor indeed is a very serious issue, friends. Okay, you should be able to laugh at the situations. You should be able to laugh at yourself at times. Then only you will be able to build your organization. Building an organization is, by the way, a serious affair. But, being sense of humor, being humorous, at least makes you help to handle the serious issue. So he says sense of humor is also important. Friends, along with these, there are many more chapters. I have whatever the chapters that I have liked, I have explained to you, and there are many more here. Vision, how are you different, writing a business plan, choosing the right investor, getting good people, blah, blah, blah. So many are there. I would conclude my session with the last chapter, reasons why startups fail. India becomes the world's largest startup ecosystem. Yes or no? Yes, right? Before crossing the 3-year mark. Yes or no? Yes. Right? True. But why are the startups failing? Any guesses? Even book review vachinda manni question adutunda ani anukuntunnara.
Poor financial management.
Yes, super.
Wrong team.
True.
No product market fit, not actually solving it. Principles should be set.
The co-founder issues are also there.
True. You were saying something?
The core principles and the company culture
should be strong. Nice. Fine, sir. Most of your answers are correct. The common reason most of the startups fail is differences between the founders. We should always remember that friendship and business partnerships are not one and the same. We just get carried away with our emotions. Okay, oh, he's my best friend and I have this thing in my point, in my business thing, but still he's not caring. What is this? Blah, blah, blah. Never ever. Friendship and business partnership are different. You will have your own point. He or she will have their own point. But don't get panic in such situations. The author says, sit with your partner, discuss, because in his earlier discussions he said that disagreeing is also one of the important factor. Always you cannot say right to your partner. There may be some instances where he or she is wrong. So it's your ability to stand and say, yes, this is wrong and why is it wrong. So you should make him sit. It should be a healthy debate. Otherwise, definitely the company will fail. Encourage, healthy debates. Underfunded. One of the friends said that, financial things. Most of the startups fail because of underfunded. The two important thing that we have to know here is how much, you should be realistic. What is the total amount that I require to start up my company? And when should I raise the money? And from whom should I raise the money? These are very important factors coming to the financial thing. Again, Mr. Bagchi gives an example here. He has started his first organization when he was 28 years old. At that time, he has started with his some colleagues, with his two colleagues. They have invested whatever the amount that they have in savings as savings, but he didn't invest anything. So the company is doing good, all fine and all. At that time, this was in 1985, and banks were not giving any loans to the startup companies. And there is no venture capital story also. At that time, they were not getting any funds. So but though they have got high acceptance in the in the market, though they have got good clients, though their business is good, but it's all hand to mouth operations. So they couldn't sustain they couldn't sustain more than 3 years. So they have to shut down their company. So you should have a sufficient capital, and you should know how much to invest, when to invest, and from whom you should get the investment. So these are very important. Deadly embrace. Oh, I got a business, I got a plan. Wow, superb. Let's pour in money. It's not that. You should think that, okay, this idea, this aha idea, is it going to generate family of ideas? Then only you should invest the money in that. So this is another important factor that we should consider. Poor governance. Most of the people get confused between what is owned by the founder and what is owned by the organization. The author has given a similar example, so I'm giving my own example. I have given enough of author examples, so I thought let me give my personal example. As you know, I have a startup, Rolls Mama. We have a cafe in Sagar Nagar. Every day whenever my daughter comes, she keeps minimum 500 to 600 bill over there. I can't say, I am the owner of the company, why should I pay? But I never do that. I always pay that money. Be it a 20 rupees Pepsi bottle, I pay the money. He has given a similar example, so I thought, okay, let me give my own example. So you should always be accountable to your own business, and you should be able to differentiate what is owned by the organization, what is owned by the founder. Ego driven. As I've mentioned you earlier, you should always be egoless when you start a company. You should not carried away with, I am the founder of my company. Who the hell are you to say all these things? Blah, blah, blah. No. We don't know when destiny plays pranks with us. So always be humble. Don't have ego. Work properly. Wrong choice investors. True. I had an experience. Okay. Of course, I don't want to share that experience. But always, have a correct investors when you are in taking the investment. See that your investors are good enough, they understand the plan, they don't middle drop you. All these things you have to check. Love with idea of getting rich. I told you that you have to love to make money, but it doesn't mean that you should leave the value. It's not the only primary focus that yes, I want to make money, but in that don't forget your concept, your values. So always give priority to your value. Health and family reasons. This is the most important factor, friends. Health, and family. These things may affect, because in a entrepreneurship journey, physically and mentally, it will be like horrible for us. We will be working 80 hours in a week. After Sunday, I don't pick up my boss call. Today is Sunday. Why the hell is he calling? I will not even pick up. I'll call up on Monday. Sir, did you call me yesterday? So we say this, right? But in entrepreneur, it's not like that. Be it Sunday, be it Saturday, be it late night, you have to pick up customers' call and you have to pick up your staff call. Maybe we don't know what exigency is in, right? So your health takes a toll here. They say that if you build an organization and if you devote 5 years, it is like exactly twice if you work for an organization. So that much strain or that much stress you will have if you build an organization. So health and family is very important. And again, he has said us some 6 important things how should take